saying? I'm back.
The vets are back in the building with training camp now officially underway at the complex. A few new faces, but the same mission as the Colts prepare for the 2020 season. Welcome to the latest Colts Camp Weekly. For the first time, the entire roster reported to West 56th Street and started putting in on-field work. And new Colts quarterback Phillip Rivers quick to get reps in with his receiving core and get hands-on with his offense.
It's a deep group. I think when you have a diverse, deep group, it does make you harder to defend. It's one of those deals where it's kind of like, hey, we don't know where the football is going. And it makes it harder on the defense when you're not necessarily having to formation things for one particular guy. You know, you have the speed guys. You have kind of the big bodied. You have guys that are a little, all the guys that are great after the catch. You kind of have a nice mix. I do think that makes you tougher to defend, and you don't have as many tendencies as defenses begin to prepare for you.
Getting the guys back in the building also means many precautions have been taken throughout the facility to keep the team healthy. This week, head coach Frank Reich addressed the team about the responsibility that they must uphold over the course of the season, both within and outside the complex.
It's going to require that each of us, every one of us, make sacrifices. If just 2 or 3 or 10 guys make big sacrifices, that's not going to be enough to get us where we want to go this year. It's going to require everyone who's sitting in a seat here to make a sacrifice. The price is high this year. In 2020, the price is high because there's some things that are going to have to be sacrificed. There's some social life that's going to have to be sacrificed. There's some spending time with family. There's some luxuries that we've had in our life that we're afforded that are going to have to be sacrificed this year. If we want to we got a 6-month window to go get what we want to get. And we're going to have to make some sacrifices for that.
The commencement of camp breeds competition and plenty of position battles, and the depth within this Colts defense, particularly at linebacker, already has the general manager excited.
I think the linebacker position is one that I think we got a lot of talent. Be fun to watch those guys battle for the roster. I think we got, 3 tremendous linebackers and, Darius Walker and Okereke. I think we can compare them to anybody in the league. And they're all young, athletic, fast, everything we want. But then, behind it's not like it's chopped liver either. I mean, we think Speed's got, a lot of upside. You've got Matt Adams and Zaire, who are both mainstays, and both have played for us and been great on teams. And then you got Glasgow added that we think's got, a really good fit. So that's going to be fun to watch.
Joined now by Anthony Walker. How good is it just to be back in the building? I know it's just good to see you guys back here getting to work and getting the season underway.
Yeah, finally able to get things started. A long off season, but taking the right precautions and everything like that everyone's safe and healthy. And now we're back to work, and it's good to see all the guys. Monday was like a family reunion almost. Guys just happy to see each other and get back to work.
It is certainly like a family, and you talked about that reunion. Was there someone in particular that you were most excited to see once you were back in the building, back in the locker room together?
Yeah, Darius, but, I see him all the time. But, you think about guys on the opposite side of the ball, that you haven't seen in a while. Paris, I see Jacoby all the time, so he doesn't really count. But, Phillip Rivers, all the new guys and stuff like that, just to see how they mesh in the locker room. Definitely was excited to see Defoe, the big guy up front, so being able to see him for the first time in person and, meet him, was pretty cool.
Chris Ballard was asked last week about some of the position battles that he finds most intriguing. And of course, he listed a number of them that he's looking to in camp, but highlighting those with the linebacker group, especially the depth that there is. How much do you guys thrive with that competition that you have within that room?
The one thing about our linebacker room is, nobody wants to be the weak link. Everybody's striving, pushing each other, and that brings out the best in all of us, and it helps our defense be, a great defense. So, from tackles to, knowing your assignments, everything like that, everything's a competition. We all, you know, we all want to be right. We all want to, you know, make the play and everything like that. So that definitely just does nothing but fuel the fire, you know, in our room and brings out the best competition in us.
Well, you mentioned DeForest Buckner. He kind of led a bit of a jersey shuffle among the defense this offseason. He takes 99. Justin Houston snags 50 away from you. You go to 54. Now, I'm not going to ask all went on behind the scenes to make all of that happen, but why 54? And I know this is going to take me a while to get used to seeing you not in 50 after 3 years of seeing you in the 5-0.
Yeah, it's taking me, you know, I'm watching the film, I'm like, who's 50? Oh, that's me. I've always, you know, had, you know, different meanings for numbers and everything like that. 50 kind of stuck with me for a little bit, and 54 has another meaning. I always say, I'll explain, you know, when I'm done playing on why I wore every number that I've worn, you know, so, you know, I'll leave that for them. But, you know, just happy to see those guys get the numbers. You know, Defoe obviously had to have the 99. Justin going back to 50, what he's used to. You know, as long as those guys are happy and they're keeping us clean at linebacker and they're getting their sacks and everything like that, I'm all good with it as, you know, the road to the Super Bowl begins.
As we wrap up this edition of Colts Camp Weekly, we turned the camera over to Kenny Moore as he gives us the player perspective and takes us through his first day back to work. Here's a sneak peek at his day, and you can catch the full feature on Colts.com.
Yo, I kind of look good there, bro.
Me too.
Damn.
Did you get one from me?
I did. Here you go, buddy.
Did.
There you go, buddy.
My
guy.
guy.
I got you.
My guy.
Hey.